Lately, I've been seeing a lot of unfavorable videos about Meta and Mark Zuckerberg. Rightly so, I agree. Guy is a huge piece of shit, big time sellout, no values, no ethics, no morals, total fucking coward. But I want to speak to this current boycott of Instagram and Threads and Facebook and all the Meta products because I don't think it's going to work. And I want to talk about the stock price in relation to these boycotts, right? Over the last few weeks, we've seen a lot of turbulence in the stock market, broadly speaking, in general. I mean, Apple went down 4% yesterday. And I've seen a lot of videos where someone takes a screenshot of Meta's stock price and the stock is down and they're pointing to it and they're like, our threats are working. No, they're not. Meta is a humongous global company with over 3 billion users. And in the United States alone, something like 190 million people use Facebook and 170 million use Instagram. And they're not all going to walk out on that company. A lot of them like that company. A lot of them like Trump. A lot of them like Zuckerberg. Or they just don't want to leave Instagram because they love it. The stock market is gigantic, and Meta is no different. There are a lot of factors at play that cause a stock to go up or down on any given day. And over 70% of Meta's shares are held by institutions. And I doubt all of those institutions are looking at a couple of videos on TikTok going, oh no, people are gonna, you know what I mean? And even though I'm an investor and a stock guy, I love this idea of like, let's take down these gigantic evil corporations, but I think there's a better way. And maybe it's just because I'm bitter, but in the last couple of years, I've seen a lot of boycotts get thrown out there, right? We're gonna boycott Home Depot. Right, the boycott for Home Depot was big years ago because their CEO supported Trump or donated money. Well, in the last year, Home Depot's up 14%. And in the last 5 years, it's up almost 80%. So I don't think that boycott worked. You remember when the CEO of Kellogg's cereal went on the news and said, hey, are you poor? Try eating our cereal for dinner. Meanwhile, they had skyrocketed the price of cereal. And then they were telling you, too poor for regular food, eat cereal for dinner. And there was this big, like, boycott Kellogg, oh, they're evil. And people would film I'm filming it like it's a camcorder, like it's the 90s. People would film, and they would go like, look, I'm at the grocery store, and look at all these boxes of Kellogg's, haha, it's working, nobody's buying Kellogg's. Kellogg's up 21% in the last year. What about McDonald's, right? Everyone's boycott McDonald's, they're down, but really only 4%. And if you look at a lot of companies like this, which I mean large established companies that pay really high quality dividends, a lot of them are down over the last year because people have gone towards higher returns, like in tech. What about Starbucks, right? There were a lot of calls. Boycott Starbucks. Up almost 2%. Not a lot, but still up. Boycott Chipotle. I'm never going again. Their portions got too small. Their stock is up 27% in the last year. And even on the right, you had people saying, go woke, go broke, I'm canceling Disney. Well, look at where Disney is, up 14%. So boycotting, I don't think it really works, right? These companies are too big, too powerful, and a couple people on social media saying, I'm done with this company, isn't really going to make a noticeable difference. And I think another part of that is because we live in outrage culture, where every 2 weeks, there's a different thing we're boycotting or a different thing we're upset about, and we move on very quickly. We don't stay with something long enough to really make a difference. Here's what I think can be done to make a difference. And I know a lot of people aren't going to like it, but it might stand a better chance of working versus all these endless boycotts that don't really last. They run out of steam pretty quick. Consider investing in the company you hate, because when you are a shareholder, you can do two things. You can make shareholder proposals, and you can vote on shareholder proposals. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, we're retail investors, we're outnumbered. Vanguard, BlackRock, they own the majority of these shares, but it can still work. Surprisingly, or not surprisingly, people didn't know that they can vote on the shares that they own and shareholder proposals. For example, I posted this on Instagram. This is Apple's. And I'll zoom in a second so you can read what the board said vote against. And obviously I voted for. But look at this. Do you vote on your shares? 13% always. 24% sometimes. 34% no. And the 29% I didn't even know you could. And sometimes there are shareholder proposals. Sometimes there aren't. Sometimes they'll ask you just to vote on like pay increases, or for the board, you can vote for, against, or abstain, which is the further option on the screen that I didn't get in the picture. if you don't have a take one way or another or whatever. But here you can see this was for Apple, and I'm gonna have to lean in here because I took a really small picture of this. This one here says, a shareholder proposal entitled A Report on Ethical AI Acquisition and Usage. So shareholders are saying, we would like to learn, Apple, how you're going about acquiring AI data and how you're using it. And Apple said, vote against it. So obviously you can see that I voted for it. You can also see another shareholder proposal entitled Report on the Costs and Benefits of Child SA Material Identifying Software and User Privacy. And the board said vote against it, and I voted for it. You can see down here a shareholder proposal to require a cease of DEI efforts. So these people were conservative shareholders, and they were saying, stop doing your DEI. And Apple actually said, vote against it, which I agreed with. So I said, yeah, I'm against that. There was even a shareholder proposal entitled A Report on Charitable Giving. They were saying, hey, Apple, we want to know, where are you donating? Could we see that? And Apple said, vote against it. So I voted for it. The point is, if you don't like what Zuckerberg has done or is doing, you should own shares in Meta. You should actually invest in the company instead of saying, I hope it goes to zero. That's never going to happen. Then you, as a shareholder, can make a shareholder proposal, mobilize people, and get a lot of votes on your side using social media. And I know I talked about it briefly where Vanguard and BlackRock and a lot of these companies, they own majority shares. So they'll just use their one big vote to vote against the thing or vote, whatever, the way that they want to vote. But we can still influence them. There are examples of this happening. In 2001, some activist investors urged ExxonMobil to add some environmentally conscious people to the board of directors, which they were like, what? No, why would we do that? Well, they pushed and pushed and pushed, and guess what? They actually were able to influence the larger institutions to vote with them. And now ExxonMobil has 3 environmentally friendly people on their board. Are they still evil? Of course, but now there are at least 3 people who are environmentally friendly on the board. And here's one that's kind of funny. In 2018, Elon Musk had a pay package up for vote. I think it was $2.6 or $2.8 billion. It was something big. And the institutions wanted you to vote against it. They didn't think, the institutions didn't feel like Elon Musk deserved that $2.6 billion pay package. The institutions didn't want him to get paid that much. But guess who did? The retail investors. And so the retail investors mobilized, and Elon got the pay package. Obviously, there is a fine line here between investing in companies that you dislike and investing in companies that you ethically disagree with and you feel like ethically you cannot invest in those companies. But if you can, this, I think, is a way to make change faster than just saying boycott, 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 and then in 2 weeks, nobody's boycotting it because they've moved on to something else.